Good afternoon, Anuna. Welcome to Pantech eLearning. I am Kamlesh. I am from Pantech eLearning. Today, I am going to teach you about Android application and regarding Kotlin languages. Why? Because previously we used Android application Java only, but nowadays Google introduced a new language Kotlin, and what is about that Kotlin language. And then we will see some other things like OS related and everything related to the mobile phones. Okay, so today the webinar topic is Android application. Okay, let me enter into the session. Before that, I am going to tell you some introduction about Pantech solution and Pantech eLearning. So our main profile here you can see origin 2004. And we have totally 7 branches, 100 plus employees, and 1200 plus workshops we conducted. Nearly we have n number of workshops we conducted for both the FDP, that is faculty development program also, and even we provided for students also. Okay, our main portfolio is like research and development for industries project, and faculty development programs, and hands-on training workshops, and internships and in-plant training, short-term course, value-added course, and academic project training, and customized design service, and state with R&D. Okay, so this is a just introduction of our Pantech eLearning, and not only with this, we are conducting even we are concentrating on academic projects also, like ECE or EEE domains and CSE and IT domains. If you take ECE and EEE domains, we have Internet of Things and artificial intelligence and embedded system, VLSI and image processing, OpenCV and network simulation. Okay, so we are concentrate on wired and wireless also, and then power electronics and electric vehicle. So these are the area we are covering for ECE and EEE domains, and even CSE and IT also we cover. It's fully software oriented only, like big data, data analytics, Internet of Things, and Python using Python, and we have Android Kotlin using Android app development, and then data mining, image mining, text mining, cloud computing, mobile computing, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, NLP. So these are the area we are covering on for CSE and IT domains. Okay, so those who need any projects related to like mini project or major project or PhD project or MTech project, definitely we will develop and give it to you if it is a new concept also. Okay, so this is the area we are covering even for project sites also. And the agenda for today's webinar is, first of all, I will give an introduction to OS. What are the types of OS we used in before Android came, and I will give the introduction to Android, and then I will give introduction to Kotlin. Okay, so what is Kotlin, why we are using this Kotlin, what is the drawback of Java, and what is the advantage of Kotlin, we will see, and compiler, Kotlin compiler also we will see, and comparison between Kotlin and Java language, and then features in Android 10. That is, I think we will use some other features for Android 10. So what are the features they newly introduced? Let me see about those things. Okay, so these are the area agenda we are covering for the today's webinar, and let me enter into the session of introduction to OS. So first one, the mobile operating system is Symbian. Okay, so you need to know what is Symbian. Symbian is nothing but like you will be have it's a type of OS. Okay, it's a type of mobile OS. It's having Symbian, and then we will have Windows OS. Okay, Windows OS means nothing but in Nokia mobile phones they will have already previously we seen, right? Windows mobile, like in Lumia we use Windows OS, but one of the main drawback of Windows OS is they can't do 3G. Okay, they can't upgrade to 3G, so that's why it's a main drawback of Windows OS. So they started to in Nokia phones and they started to give Android mobile operating systems. Okay, and here you can see Windows Mobile is the mobile operating system that developed by Microsoft for a smartphones and pocket PCs. Okay, so we previously have Windows OS also. I think most of the persons will be hear the word about Nokia Lumia mobile phones or some other Nokia mobile phones previously. Not previously, after we started to use Android also, some of the Nokia mobile phones will be comes under Windows mobile operating upgrading. Okay, upgrading to 3G or upgrading to any other platform, it's difficult to upgrading. So that's why Nokia also signed with Google Open Alliance agreement, and then nowadays Nokia also using Android operating system for their mobile phone. Okay, so this is Windows mobile phone and the Symbian. Here you can see, so this is the OS of Symbian. Generally it's like we need to touch with nail or we need to touch hard. Okay, so compared to any other OS, we need to touch somewhat hard, then only it will give the response. Okay, so this is Symbian OS, and Symbian OS is the mobile operating system, and it's computing the platform like smartphones and currently maintained by a Accenture. Okay, I think it's OS. It's now currently maintained by Accenture, but this is one of the OS before Android most popularly we used. Okay, Symbian is one of the OS most popularly we used. If you don't know about Symbian OS, just to see this picture. If you see this picture, definitely you will be know about this OS. Okay, so this one Symbian OS, and we have a Bada OS. So Bada OS is nothing but here in screen in presentation you just see the picture. So this is generally Bada OS. Okay, so here we have it seems like an Android but not an Android mobile phone. Okay, so like widgets, okay, like Gmail accounts and like hotspot, some options will be there. It seems like a Android, but it's not a Android. So that is the Bada OS, and the Bada OS is Samsung Electronics, that is developer of Samsung Electronics, and programmed in C and Java, and the main source model is open source and proprietary. Okay, main source is open source and proprietary. This is all about Bada OS. And next one, BlackBerry OS. So BlackBerry mainly it's a closed source. Okay, so it will be, the OS will be used by particular BlackBerry mobile only. The developer is research in motion, the developer, and then it's programmed in C++ language, and the main source model is it's a closed source. Okay, so previously we seen about open source and proprietary, and it's a closed source. Okay, so what is the main difference between open source and closed source means, if it's a open source you can modify anything. Okay, you can modify anything and you can design anything and you can publish to the user. The closed source is the company will be modify. Okay, the respected company will be modify whatever they need and they will give it to the user. Okay, so the simple example is for example, if you take an Android mobile phones, okay, for the different type of companies have their own OSs. For example, if you take a Realme, you have Color OS. If you take a OnePlus, you will have a Oxygen OS. Okay, if you take a Redmi, you will have a MUI. Okay, MUI. And if you have take any other mobile phone companies like Samsung, they have One Touch, one finger or something, they call it as a One Touch. So like this we are having each and every, okay, every phone companies have their customized OS. Okay, so that is, for example, if the Android 10 is released by a Google, okay, Android 10 is releasing by a Google, those OS, okay, it's called as a stock Android. Okay, the stock Android is nothing but in that OS they don't have any unwanted apps. Okay, apart from the Google app they don't have any unwanted apps, and they don't have any themes, and they don't have any other attractive wallpapers and all. Okay, after that the mobile companies who are all buy those Android versions, they will customize their OS according to their user interface. Okay, so that is called closed open source. Okay, they can customize and they can give it to the user. And even more, you can develop the project application using Java or Kotlin language. You can develop the application and you can install it in your mobile phone. So that is open source. But closed source is we can't do anything. The particular organization or particular company will do whatever changes they need. Okay, so that is called closed source. And if you take even iOS also, same thing only. Okay, now the iOS 14 is released. They are also closed source only. Okay, so the developer Apple and then programmed in C, C++ and Objective-C, and OS family is Unix. Okay, so you know about what is that OS family. Each and every one in this world have some family, right? And for example, if you take a building, okay, one building, definitely you will have the basement of that building. Okay, so like that, if you take any type of OSs, definitely they have some basement building. Okay, so for iOS, Unix. Okay, for Android mobile phone, for Android OS it's a Linux. Okay, so like that they have some families. And next we will enter into the Android 10 and introduction to Android. So I already told you it's a Linux based operating system. Here you can see I mentioned here Android is a open source Linux based. Okay, so it's a Linux based operating system and it's developed by a Google, that is Open Handset Alliance, that is Google and other companies. Okay, so Google first introduced the Open Handset Alliance. Some of the companies are signed with that Google, and they introduced the OS to all the mobile phones. Okay, so the first beta version of the Android is developed on 2007. But it's not released. Okay, but the first commercial version is released on September 2008. Okay, that is Android 1.0. September 2008 only the commercially released, and after that releasing time, the next version of Android is 4.1 only. Okay, not 2 or 3. They directly jumped into the 4.1. Okay, Android version is 4.1. So this is just introduction to Android. And why we are using Android. Okay, so first thing is it's a open source. Okay, so Android is a open source. Whoever can do modification, whoever can do develop an applications to their mobile phone, and they can implement or dump the application into their mobile phone. So that is open source. And larger development and community reach, that is most widely developed one of the OS developed by the company, this Android, and then community reach, that is most of the persons in this world using the mobile phone, Android mobile phone OS only. Okay, and increasing marketing and inter-app integration, that is if you take like iOS, you can't shift the like photos or videos from the cameras to files easily. Okay, you can't import or export files easily, but here integration of app is easy, that is you can move whatever data you need from one place to another place. So that's why it's easy interface, and whatever we need we can do any changes with this OSs. Okay, so that is inter-app integration and reduced cost of development. Okay, so there is no much more cost to development and higher success ratio. Okay, so compared to any other OS, is a higher success ratio. Okay, so that is Android. And future of Android, like beautiful UI. Okay, so about this we already discussed beautiful UI. Beautiful UI, like we can develop according to their company, we can do whatever we need changes. And connectivity like we can connectivity based on Wi-Fi direct, okay, or like using Wi-Fi signals, or using Bluetooth, or using NFC tags. Okay, so like this we have n number of connectivity. And storage, we have n number of storages based upon the mobile phone cost. And media support, it will be support mostly like HD or HD plus video songs, or even 4K also it will be support media supports. But basically if you take an previous mobile phones and all, that is before 10 years back, some mobiles will be not support even MP3 or even MP4 or 3GB files and all, okay, video files and all. Nowadays it will be support everything. And messaging, so we can message on web browsers. And multi-touch means we can touch, like previously we have just with one finger only it will be work, but nowadays for screenshot purpose and all we are using multi-touch screen, right? So then that one. And multitasking, we can shift the app from one app to another app easily with a resume. And then sizable widget, whenever we need any widget we can resize the widget. And multi-languages, and GCN, Wi-Fi direct, and Android Beam. So these are some of the features of Android. And history of Android, here we can see previously, okay, that is up to Android 9, we named the Android as a one dish name, okay, any dish name. For example, here you can see cupcake, donut, or eclair, like that. We used the Android version names as some other snacks or some other dish name. But after Android 10 and Android 11, we just call it as Android 10 and Android 11 only. They are not using those dishes name, okay. So that is one of the thing you have to know. And one thing, this is the overall versions name of the Android, okay, from Android 1 to Android 9, okay. So from Android 1 to Android 9 we have some names, but Android 10 and 11 is just version, that's it, okay. That is the history of Android. And introduction to Kotlin, okay. So first of all you need to know what is Kotlin language. So basically what is the Kotlin language is, like it's a programming language introduced by JetBrains, okay. It's a programming language introduced by JetBrains, but previously we used for developing an Android application Java only, okay. So Java is the one of the language used to develop an Android application. But now till now we will use Java language to develop the Android application. There is no restriction and all. But Kotlin, it's a programming language introduced by JetBrains. Why they introduced for programming language as a Kotlin means, in 2017 the Google announced that Kotlin is an official language for Android development, okay. Google announced the Kotlin is the official language for Android development. But if you know Java, you can develop the application and install it in your PC. It's not a problem, okay. But Google announced an official language, okay, yes, a Kotlin, okay. So Kotlin is one of the open source programming language that combines both object oriented programming and functional feature into the unique platform, okay. So this is the introduction to Kotlin. And we have advantage and disadvantage of Kotlin, like easy language, okay, and runtime and performance is somewhat good compared to Java, okay. So first of all, Kotlin is a easy language, and runtime and performance will be somewhat efficiency compared to Java, and concise and interoperability, and then brand new namespace declaration, no static declaration, okay. So about this we will see one by one what is those things and all. But this is the advantage and disadvantage of Kotlin language, Okay, so Kotlin compiler. So first of all, you need to know if you need to run the Java programming language in your PC, you need to install the JDK package. That is Java development kit. Okay, so this is the software you need to install in your PC. Then only you have to do some, that is, you can run the file and you can get the output result. Okay, for example, each and every Java file have some class. Okay, so they have class name. So if you run those Java code using that class name, it will be automatically converted into an bytecode with that class name. Okay, then you have to compile the output result. So that is something we need some compiler. Okay, so like we need to install JDK and we need to run the code and see the output result. Like same thing only for Kotlin also available compilers. Okay, how means here you can see the Kotlin is a programming language and it has a own architecture to allocate the memory and produce the equal quality output to the end user. Okay, so here you can see, for example, here we have a test class.java and here test class.kt. Okay, here the extension is .java. There is no changes. Here the extension is .kt. Okay, whenever you are seeing any file with .kt, that is Kotlin language file. Okay, so here if I want to run the Java programming language, I need to use the Java compiler. That is, I will convert my test class.java into the Java C. Then I will forward to the Java bytecode. That is, bytecode file will be like test class.class file. Okay, that is, if you have a Java file, you will just forward to the compiler, Java C compiler, and you will be get a tested class.class extension, and Java virtual machine will be try to give the output result. Okay, so this is the working of Java. Like same thing only Kotlin also. So if you are passing any .kt file, it will be converted into a compiler, Kotlin compiler, and then again it will be passed into the Java bytecode, that is bytecode with the test class.java, and then you will be get an output result. Okay, so this is the working procedure of Java and Kotlin. Okay, so here the nothing changes will be there, everything will be same steps only. Here the programming language is different. Okay, so here previously we used Java, now we are using Kotlin. So just like a Java and Kotlin is a compile, same thing only. Okay, that is, if you run the Kotlin code, you need to compile it first. Okay, so if you run the Kotlin code, you need to compile it first. If Kotlin code source code is normally stored in the file of .kt file, so we already discussed about, and then the generated .class file are the packaged and executed using the standard procedure of the type of your application you are working on. Okay, so the compiled class files will be working by the standard application. Okay, when you are working on Kotlin, it will be so next one, Kotlin versus Java. So what are the things we have in Kotlin and what are the things we have in Java? Okay, so Kotlin versus Java. So here, first of all, speed comparison, how the working speed, compilation speed between Kotlin and Java. Here the red color represents Java and Kotlin represent somewhat blue color. Okay, so what is the how much speed it's taking for compilation is, you can see here it's take like 12.5 and Java code is taking 7.5. Okay, so like this, the first time it's taking somewhat higher compared to Java language, but after this each and every iteration it's equal to or remains same to the Java and Kotlin language. Okay, so this is the compilation speed of Java and Kotlin. And next one, performance speed, how it's performing. Here same thing, red color is Java and blue color is Kotlin language. and seconds. So here I am having like compared to Java, we are getting performance speed is somewhat higher in Kotlin. Okay, so above 13, and but every time the Kotlin is higher compared to Java. So there is a performance speed, and how we need to differ the Kotlin and Java in languages, that is languages. For example, if you want to print any output, any string in your Java language, you need to use system.out.println, okay, and then you need to use Pantech eLearning. Otherwise, without ln also we can use, or with ln also we can use. So this is the way you can print your string type in your Java language. But if you take a Kotlin language, here you can see, I think it seems like a Python. Print, you directly use the print statement, and within string what you are having, it's print directly. Okay, so here also we have ln, here also we have without ln. Okay, so this is the basic difference between printing the console. Okay, so printing the consoles in Java is different, in Kotlin is different. Okay, now if you want to constant and variable, okay, if you for constant and variable, here for example, if you want to save the anything in one variable, any data in one variable as a string, means you need to use string then variable name. Okay, so here final string and then name. Okay, so here you need to use the data types, which data type is that variable, and you need to declare the input data for both string name and final string name. But in Kotlin, suppose if you want to save your data as a mutable, or if you want to save your data as a immutable, means first of all you need to know, guys, what is mutable and immutable. Okay, so what is mutable and immutable is simply I have to explain. Means for example, I am taking a is equal to 10. Okay, I am creating one list. Okay, in this I am going to create 10, 11 and 12. I am creating a list here. Okay, so if you have any variable data, okay, so those variable will be, whenever you need to do any changes with 10, 11, 12, you can change. For example, if you want to add in within this variable 13 also, we can add easily, or you need to remove the 13 also, you can remove the 13 easily. Okay, whatever you are doing any changes, for this changes in your memory, that is a memory of the address will be not changed. For example, A's memory address is 1024, means if you do changes also same memory address only 1024. If you do not changes also same memory address 1024. Okay, so whenever you are doing, it won't change the memory address for replacing or deleting or adding anything. Okay, so that is called mutable variable. If it is a immutable variable, means in A, if you need to change any data, okay, so sometimes A is fixed one. Okay, so you can't do anything. For example, if I want to add 13, means we can't do anything, it's a immutable. Okay, so whenever at the first time what you are declaring in A, that is at last till the programming end, that is the value. Okay, you can't do any changes, that is called immutable variable. Okay, so here if you want to create an mutable variable, okay, in Kotlin language, you need to use var. Okay, var name is equal to Pantech eLearning. So now I created the mutable variable. If you need to create an immutable variable, you need to use val and name. Okay, so this is the basic difference between constants and variables. This is the basic difference between constant and variables. Now data types. What are the data types available in Kotlin language and Java language? So here in Java we have numbers, characters, boolean, array and string. String, I hope everybody will know about this string. and array we need to create and like this structure and boolean true or false and characters and then numbers. Okay, so these are the data types available in Java. And if you want to assign any null values in Java or Kotlin, what you have to do? So first of all, here I am creating string other name, otherwise other name is equal to null. Okay, you need to do this type if you want to save any null values in your string in your Java language. But if you take Kotlin language, if you want to save null values, you can do like this. Okay, var we previously seen. What is it? var mutable variable. So mutable variable, then other name, this is the variable name, and then you need to pass string as a question mark. Okay, so in other name we need to define a null values. So this is the way you need to declare the data type as a null value in Kotlin language. But in Java it's more easy compared to Kotlin. And here MVP. So MVP is one of the important. Why? Because if you take even Android application development using Java, or Java web application development, or Python web application development, or anything, okay, any coding or anything any language you are taking with, they will have definitely some architecture. Okay, some if you take an Android application development using Java, means they have model view architecture. Okay, so like that we have some architecture. So here we are having an architecture of model view presenter architecture. Okay, in this Kotlin we are using the model view presenter architecture. So how it's working, let's see based upon the diagram. So here first of all view is there. View is nothing but MVP view, and then presenter is nothing but like MVP view started to presenting the screen to the model. So here we have a one application API helper and API helper, and we are interacting with some user repository, then we are getting an output result. Okay, so this is the MVP architecture for mobile Kotlin language. And here the comparison between MVP and MVC and MVVM. Okay, MVP is nothing but we already seen mobile view, model view presenter, and MVC we already seen. Like I told you, if you need to develop any Android application development using Java, you need to use MVC, model view controller, and we have only finally new one, that is model view model. Okay, model view model. So this is the some of the patterns. So according to these patterns, we have some dependencies on Android APIs and XML low complexity and unit testability and modular SRP. Okay, so these are some of the basic comparison between all the things. And features available in Kotlin language. What are the features available in Kotlin language? First of all, lazy initialization. Okay, you can initialize your variable as a lazy initialization, and late initialization also you can define. And data class. Okay, data class is nothing but like data class and scaled classes and extension function. So these are some of the features available in Kotlin language. And guys, one more thing, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. You will be get a notification each and every day regarding about some new domains. Okay, not today. Today is an Android day. Tomorrow it will be somewhere like related to AI, artificial intelligence, or day before after we will have some other different topics. Okay, so those topics and all you need to know, means just click a subscribe button and hit a bell icon. And those who are like this video, please click a like button. It will be motivate us. Like this video we will provide you each and every week. And one thing, this webinar have each and every day we are giving a free certificate. Okay, so those certificate will be link will be available in our description and then chat box also. So those who are not registered, please click the today's attendance link and check it out. Click the fill the all the details. You will be get a certificate from as a package. Okay, so you can download it easily. So please check it out. Let me come to into the session. Next one, tools to build the Kotlin setup. So like we need to, for example, you need to program editing. So text editor we need. So we need to install Atom 1.125 and we need some IDE. Okay, integrated development environment. So for that you need to install IntelliJ Community Edition and you need terminal emulator. Okay, that is terminal emulator is nothing but whenever you are developing any application, you need to run those application within this one virtual Android mobile phone. Okay, so those emulator will be for those emulator you need to install Genome Terminal and Kotlin 1.0.5 version B2. Okay, here the programming language include tools like a compiler. Okay, so here compilers will be available and SDK man. So these are the tools you need to install or you need to set up for your Android Kotlin language and features in Android. Okay, so that's it about like Kotlin and Java and different type of OSs. Okay, let we enter into the Android 10 features. What are the features available in Android 10? So one is like iconic back button is gone. Okay, so nowadays we are started to using we are not using any like back or home button or anything. Nowadays we are started to using the iconic back button is gone. That is using gesture itself we are started to do some process. Okay, that is iconic background. And finally the wide dark mode. Okay, so dark mode now arrived for each and every interior part of your mobile phone. Previously we started to using third-party applications only. Now it's time to use as a default, that is white dark mode and new theming options. Okay, so that is like if you are touching long press or if you are just to get a notification means you will be get some information. Okay, so like 3D touch you will be getting. So that is new theming option and live caption, that is important, one of the most media, that is one of the most upgraded things in your Android 10 is this one, live capture, where whatever you are talking it will be automatically capture the word and converted into and subtitles, then it will be give the output result. The next thing, big changes in app permissions. Okay, so what are the that is you can control your app permissions whenever you are installing. You need to allow the permissions or deny the permission, like that it will be asked. So we need to, there is big changes in app permissions and we need to improve the sharing options also. Okay, so sharing options means like we will use like Bluetooth or copy to clipboard or we can forward to the Gmail or message option. We are import even sharing options also. Okay, and nowadays we are started to using foldable phones. Okay, foldable phones is one of the future. Okay, so nowadays its cost is nearly 1 lakh or 1,15,000, but hopefully we will definitely get some budget segment type of foldable smartphones. Okay, so we'll see definitely it is foldable smartphones. And fast charging, so fast charging we like 30 watt charge or 32 watt charge, like that we are hearing. But note one thing guys, if you are having a new mobile phone with the fast charging support, don't use it. Try to avoid the fast charging adapters. Okay, so if it is an emergency situation you can use the fast charging. If it is a not emergency situation, try to use normal charging 5 volt adapter. Why? Because if you are how much you are using fast charging, it will be reduce the battery life. Okay, so that's why I suggest you to use 5 volt adapters and all. Okay, and few more like digital well-being and smart replay, closing privacy loopholes and 5G technologies. Like this we are used in nowadays. Okay, up to now anybody have any doubt, you may post the comment in our chat box. I will reply for your comment. Up to now anybody have any doubt, you just post me on our chat box. Okay, I will I am Sumit. So last week's certificate will upload soon, as soon as possible. We will after updating, we will each and every webinar session we will upload it in our description also. You please check it out. Last week webinar and all, and those who are getting any doubt, you just ask the doubt using comment session. And it's 16 more likes to reach the 50 likes. Those who are attending the classes, please hit a like button. It will be helpful for us really. And those who are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. We'll get a notification every time. And we are conducting even not only webinars, we are conducting like using from Pantech eLearning, we are conducting an internships also, like 15 days or 5 days or even 1 month also we are conducting as a master class. Those who are interested, you can join with us. Okay, about master class later thing. Why? Because in master class we are offering like 4 different domains. Okay, within that 4 different domains, which domain you need, you can choose it and you can learn within 1 month. Each and every week we are offering for 5 days. AI implemented in Android, yes, already it's going on. AI implemented in Android, like OpenCV, using OpenCV computer vision, we are using AI is implemented. Like we are using chatbot, that also one of the AI. It's AI is implemented in every Android mobile phones, like Google, Alexa, Siri, like that. Everything is there. It's implemented as AI. It's a part of AI only. Okay. And I need to tell some other things like related to the internship. Okay, those who are need to join, at last I will show you the some contact details. You just contact to them, you will be they will approach you about certificates and internships details and all. Okay, definitely it's a low cost only. Okay, so those who are interested, please join them. Okay, so thank you for this attending wonderful webinar on Android application. So those who are need any contact details, those who need any upcoming events and further more information, contact us on WhatsApp 7010888841. And we have Telegram channel also. The Telegram channel name is Pantech eLearning. You can contact also. Okay, so this is, and those who need any webinar like this for your college or anything like related to the internship or FDP program, you may contact those three numbers, Mr. Sendil Kumar, Mr. Srinivas and Mr. Kumarasamy. Definitely they will approach you and they will help you. Okay, so just take a screenshot and contact them. Okay, so thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all. We will see you on tomorrow's session. So tomorrow's session is related to AI only. Okay, artificial intelligence, same timing 4 to 5. So those who are interested to do see the AI related, you just same live will be happen on tomorrow. Just subscribe the channel and hit a bell icon. Don't forget to watch the tomorrow session. Thank you all. It's signing off from Kamalesh. Thank you.